And welcome back to more Splatoon 2! Last time we finished up the boss of Tentakill Outpost and made it to Suction Cup Lookout, Area 2. So before we actually jump into our next set of levels, we're actually gonna mess around a little bit. We have more balloons to deal with. So this is a little bit harder. We have a balloon that splits into several smaller balloons. So that's fun. And we have to make this little jump here. It's a little scary, but we made it. First try. And that is another souvenir sticker. Now one more thing that I actually already technically have collected because of a failed recording. We can come over here and find a little crate in the corner that contains a Sardinium that I technically already had, so it just gave us power eggs instead. So again, I went ahead and revealed all of the next levels to just save on time. So everything is opened up. Now we kind of have to actually go back here where we just were, or just missed the jump entirely. I can super jump to each of the entrances, but I actually kind of wanted to take a moment to actually show how you're supposed to get up to them, just for the sake of trying to make it easier to figure out how to get there, instead of just jumping everywhere. And I'm actually being really bad at this. This is not good. There we go, finally. I was trying to jump from the right. I guess we have to go from the left, though. This is a grate, so we can't actually use this reliably to swim. So we have to actually walk across, and then it's a straight shot to the entrance. So we have something new this time, as we're jumping into World 2. Okay, take this with you. It'll help me gather some practical battle data. This is the Hero Roller. You can fling a big wall of ink while on the ground with the ZR. Or you can press ZR in midair to fling a longer, narrower stream of ink. You can also hold ZR while moving to roll ink all over the ground. So we have our first roller. Let's get moving. So, if you have never played Splatoon before, a roller is kind of like a melee weapon in a sense. You can use it really powerfully at close range, but you can also launch ink. So we have Relonium that can be used to attack enemies from afar, so that's good. So the way Relonium works is depending on your angle, you actually get a different launch height for the Relonium. So we were kind of looking up there, so I rolled very high up. If you're kind of facing it forward, you end up just launching it straight ahead. It's not really needed now, it will be, trust me. So before we go any further, we actually want to drop down here and grab another Sardinium. And a little bit further ahead, we need to keep an eye out for the Sunken Scroll, of course. Octopods incoming. Octopods are enemies that detonate when they're close to you, so we have to take them out from a distance, which is not the easiest thing to do with a roller. So you can kind of arc it like that to try to hit them, or fail miserably. Or just attack them at close range. That works too. Again, in the first game, you're mostly confined to the basic splatter shot. And the reason is because using other weapons were actually amiibo challenges. In this game, other weapons are just incorporated into the main story, and amiibo are not used for additional challenges, even though they still give you good equipment. So, less work, and you still get the rewards for it. That is not bad. Dr. Hurley's so Relonium at you, I thought you might want to know. Like how matter-of-fact Marie is about literally everything. How she's like, yeah, I thought you'd like to know. What a pro. So much enthusiasm. So we have the Stingray. There's a launch pad in the back, but first you need to get past those Octo Hurlers. I'm kind of blazing through, and I really need to stop. To tell the truth, I'm gonna say right now that we've seen our first new weapon. That weapons are a mechanic, and you actually do get rewards for clearing certain things with different weapons. So I'm kind of actually used to speedrunning. I'm not used to actually getting the collectibles. I'm used to just kind of blazing past everything, just because, frankly, completing everything with different weapons kind of takes a while. We're not going to be doing that for this playthrough because YOLO, to put it bluntly. Trap, called it. So we have a trap, but now we don't have to worry about collectibles because we have everything there is. Look, the Zapfish, so it's just up there. Again, we're trying to arc it, except they moved out of the way, unfortunately. So yeah, roller. The key is you can either run kind of fast and cover a lot of ink, you can fling ink, or you can just do a regular attack like this. In the case of the regular attack, it's really effective if you're right next to somebody. So Valve's strategy is to get really close, if you can. It's good against other players as well in multiplayer. It's really good for fast turf coverage if you manage to use ink consumption to your advantage. Basically not running out of ink and just trying to kind of be careful with not running out. So that is stage 4. Pretty easy. And now we have the roller. Let me check your weapon log. Yep, data's coming through. Oh man, this is really good stuff. The more data you get me, the quicker I can finalize my retail version, so keep it up. But remember, this is just a loaner. I'm not running a charity here. Good luck, Agent 4. You can now use the hero roller. Press plus to change weapons. You can upgrade your weapons like the Ammo Nice Enhancifier with some Sardinium and Power Eggs. This looks to be a do-it-yourself guide for starting your own mobile business. It looks new, but somebody must have been frying something near it. It has some grease stains on it. So, I assume that's Krusty Sean's origins. You can move between areas by bringing up the map with X. We would do that, except, again, I'm actually wanting to show how to get everywhere. Instead of just super jumping everywhere. So we need to go over here now for stage 5. You can actually do any of these in any order, but we're gonna stick to the intended pathway just because of consistency mainly. Ink automatically regenerates, by the way. It's just really slow unless you duck under the ink. So next we have another new weapon type. Okay, take this with you. It'll help me gather some practical battle data. The hero Dooleys. Those are the hottest weapons in the game right now. The hero Dooleys. Press B while shooting and moving in any direction to do a slick dodge roll. You can dodge roll forward, backward, or side to side. It's totally raw. Press B while shooting on the move to do a dodge roll. You can dodge roll twice in a row. Swoosh swoosh. You have more ink rails. You can still use a weapon while riding on top of a rail. So one important note there are actually multiple types of Dooleys. Some allow you to dodge roll up to 4 times, which is just a little overpowered. But the Dooleys are my weapon of choice, not the standards, which is what we're using now, but a certain subtype is my favorite, but we'll show that off at a later time when we go over the multiplayer after the campaign. So we can go straight, but we can also go over here. Got this little alternate pathway that goes to optional armor. Why, hello, armor! Might as well get all the power-ups though, so we can destroy all the crates. So we have 2 ink rails, so we can jump from rail to rail. Gotta get all the power eggs. And there you go. And we have a drink ticket, which we will be explaining later on. At least I think. Truth be told, I've actually already recorded all the multiplayer stuff a while ago, actually. So I kind of don't remember what all went into that, to be completely honest. I think I talked about it. I actually don't remember, as bad as that sounds. So, future me / past me, I hope you actually talked about that. Otherwise, this will be really awkward. So, we have a little optional section, obviously we should explore. And it kind of goes to a little roundabout area where you have a lot of little collectibles. Coming up on a collectible here shortly. Keep an eye out for new rails to jump to. So we can jump here, and we have to break this box. Now we can jump over here, and this takes us to another little optional section that has the Sardinium. Cause that fish must be close, onward! Now you may be thinking, where the heck is the sunken scroll? We're actually not to it yet. It's at the very end of the level. So just shooting all the balloons, get as many power eggs as we can, because we will definitely need them to upgrade. Yep, we know how to dodge roll. The Dooleys are my favorite, partly because of the dodge roll, because it gives you a lot more flexibility in moveset. The only issue I have with the regular hero Dooleys, and also the standard Dooleys in multiplayer, is that they kind of lack range, but there's a solution for that. And again, we'll go over that later. So that's the sunken scroll. Piece of cake. Jump over here. Ride the rail. And there you go. Piece of cake. Stay on your grind. 325. Also, we got a bonus for having armor by the end of the level, which is really cool. Let me check your weapon log. The update is coming through. Oh man, this is really good stuff. This is very familiar. So what he's telling you here is, you might notice, if you look at the... Oh, that's one of those tickets you can use at Cressy Sean's place. You can find this food truck parked in Inkopolis Square. He sells the most amazing fried hot dog thing. Man, I could really go for a hot dog right now. This looks like a get-rich-quick scheme by some shady guy with crazy hair. I made a cool 10 million G in a year just sitting around. Ask me how. Do people really fall for this bilge? So merch and Spike. Do we have time for one more? FYI, you can check your mission progress in the menu X. I don't know if you have time for this. I don't know how long this level's gonna take. This one's a little annoying, so we'll see. But again, what I was about to point out before I got interrupted was you actually do have specific, like, listings on each level that list different weapons and which ones you've cleared. So when we come up here for stage 6, or I could just fall straight down. For stage 6, you can basically see that we have 3 icons. One is the regular splatter shot, one is the Dooleys, and one is... Actually, no, that's not actually shown on that one. Bad example. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just get this over with. So we have another request here. This level shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. So you have the hero charger. So we know how a charger works. So basically it's a long-range weapon. You can also swim around a bit without losing your charge. Cool, huh? Call that storing your charge. Get good at it and you'll be cooking in no time. So chargers are long-range snipers, but they need to, as they might imply, be charged. So we need to kind of charge it up a bit, and that gives you maximum range. I hate chargers, I hate playing them, I hate fighting them, I just do not like chargers. I am not gonna mince words. If you are a charger main, I apologize. It's just not the weapon for me. Partly because I don't like moving this slow, because you do have to wait for it to charge, and that's kind of tedious. Also running out of ink is a problem. Also, one thing I think I've talked about already is that I actually don't really like the single-player music in this game. It's kind of generic compared to Splatoon 1 even. I much prefer Splatoon 2 overall as a game, but I will say the soundtrack is actually a little bit weak in Splatoon 2. At least for the main game, the DLC actually has pretty good songs. Sardinium is right here in front of this ominous cannon, so we gotta snap that really quick before the cannon starts firing again. I don't like the sound of that, me neither. What we have here is a secret. A little ink rail. So, what we want to do is actually fall. We need to fall down. Yes, I am impatient, and that's why I'm bad with chargers. There we go. A little secret ink rail. And this takes us to an upper part of the level we're not supposed to normally be able to access. And I feel like it's obvious what we should get here, but it is the sunken scroll. Now, to tell the truth, how are we supposed to get up there again? I actually forget. Well, that works. I don't know if this is intended, but we're doing it anyway. When have I ever done things the intended strat, to be honest? Look at the entirety of my playthrough of Sonic 06 if you want to see an example. So we can use the Stingray, which is what they're recommending. Basically, we need a key. That was a mistake. Trying to rush it, that's not good. I think this is actually the end of the level coming up. I don't think this is particularly long, thankfully, because chargers. So you can play every level with every weapon, but basically what happens is some weapons have slight variations to make them possible. For example, this level adds in additional blocks in order to be able to reach the grapple points. In addition, the grapple points can be activated using bombs. So even if you do not have the ideal weapon, you can actually still do these levels. This is a problem. That was a little too close for my liking, to tell the truth. So here, we need to activate 2 little fans, and then hit a thing. Grapple point. That actually was first try. I'm a little bit surprised I managed to nail that timing, to tell the truth, because normally I don't. Oh well, that was actually a good run. A pretty good run. But yeah, there's the weapons, like I was trying to point out earlier. So, same dialogue, as always. What could have happened to the two embracing? No matter how one loves, there are always different aims. Love can take a great many forms, whatever the era. Okay. I'm actually not sure what that's supposed to mean. If you want to go back to Ingapa Square, press X and press plus. Good to know. Next time we're gonna head over there. Directly down to stage 7. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Splatoon 2.